Gaylon forgot to mention that we are also on Facebook, so you can like us on Facebook, Chicago Abortion Fund, and we're also on Twitter, so you can friend us on Twitter, or follow us on Twitter, I'm sorry, at Chicago Abortion Fund.
Or CHI, CHI Abortion
CHI,
Fund.
I'm sorry, at Shy Abortion Fund.
Shy Abortion Fund, right. So yeah, we're all over the social media.
Yeah.
And on our Facebook, we have a lot of men friends.
Yeah, yeah, we do. We do. So. I just don't understand why it's, I don't know, I know any men who are just so pro-choice, but I guess they don't necessarily want to come out. And I don't know, maybe it's like a closet thing or something. I don't know. But I was thinking about what you were saying about women and birth control. And some women don't take birth control. And I understand why. I personally do, but it's so hard on the body. It is so hard on the body. Certain things you have out different methods to see which will work best with your body, and you know, you're gonna have some trial and error because sometimes birth control, like, they don't tell you that it's not necessarily been tested. I mean, it's tested, but when it's a new medication, they kind of push it on you like, oh yeah, it's great and everything like that, and then you take it and then your hair falls out, or you gain like 30 pounds in like a month, right. And you're like, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore, and then you get off of it, and then they don't tell you when you get off of birth control, use another barrier method for a while, or you'll get pregnant, and then you do get pregnant.
Or the one that we get a lot of calls about is women that take the patch.
Yeah.
And they take the patch, and with the patch, you have to be under a certain weight. And so
right, and you can't be a smoker either.
Yeah, you can't be a smoker, and you have to be under a certain weight. But a lot of the women that are calling us, that's their method that failed, they are overweight. They shouldn't have been on the patch. They were prescribed the patch at a community health center in a neighborhood, so where the quality of care wasn't good, and maybe they didn't have the same doctor back and forth to even build a relation to, you know, discuss the different methods and what could possibly be good. If someone is giving you a method that is not supposed to be for you anyway, they have no investment in your health.
Exactly.
And so when you feel that level of disrespect, you're probably not going to go back.
Exactly.
To get care from there. Exactly. And so it's this cycle, this continuous cycle, and it's a breakdown. So then you may not be able to get the birth control
that you need.
You know, or maybe the birth control that you want is not covered under your Medicaid card.
That's another big problem.
You know, maybe you want one thing and they're not going to let you have it.
Right.
And they say, no, we only cover the shot.
Right.
But it's with the shot, a lot of women report that their hair falls out, that they gain weight, that they have, you know, the bleeding that's like off cycle. And so it's just it's a lot of issues. And that's why it's really important to, number one, have education and know your body. Number two, have a relationship with your provider, if all possible. So those things are extremely important.
They are very important. But I don't want to get off subject.
Yeah.
So we're talking about men justice, and we're also talking about fathers. And I think we have a caller. Okay. So go ahead.
Good evening, ladies.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I was just wanted a quick question. What was the preferred method of preferred methods of birth control before the pill came along? I mean, I'm talking about years gone by, the pill, birth control pill came. And was that those pills and that kind of thing generally pretty safe compared to all of these, I guess, controversial types of birth control that they have today? And was abortion one of the preferred methods of birth control before the pill?
Thank you for that question, caller. That's a very good question. And so back then, and I don't know exactly when you're talking, but there were a lot of natural ways to abort. that women were trying, but abortion has always been around. There's always been medical providers doing abortions, whether it was back alley or, you know, flying out of the country. But there was the pill. There was just a lot of different things. The cap. I think there was the cap. You know, but they weren't as advanced as they are now.
No, not at all. They also had like animal skin condoms. I don't know if you heard of that. Lambskin. Yes, lambskin condoms.
I don't think they make those anymore, do they?
No, they don't. And they also, let me see, what was it called? A rabbit? Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm not exactly sure what that is, but I just remember seeing it on Laverne and Shirley episode when Shirley got pregnant. It was like, my rabbit died or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, that's what they used to do, I guess. But abortion actually has been around for way longer than any. It was way back. They had methods back in Egypt, in ancient Egypt, to control a woman's fertility and basically
like, for example, and this is in history, so when you're talking about this Egypt stuff, this is in history. They would actually put stones up in the woman to control. I mean, it's really weird, but I mean, that's what they were doing. During slavery time, slaves pulled together herbs, natural herbs that they took to abort.
Right.
Because they didn't want to bring children into slavery. So they actually do these natural herbs, and that stuff has been documented as well. A good book to read about some of those things that we're talking about is called Killing a Black Body by Professor Dorothy Roberts, who is a legal professor, law professor at Northwestern. So, and that's a very good book called Killing a Black Body.
Yeah, so abortion is not just something that they just came up with a couple of years ago or anything like that. It's been around for centuries.
Which goes to the point that it's going to be around forever.
Exactly. It's going to be
no
around. No
matter what people do to try to stop it, it's going to be around.
Exactly.
Because women want to be able to control their bodies and their lives, and they're going to do whatever is necessary to do that.
And I don't see why there's such a big issue about it, because if it was something else, like if some sort of tumor growing in your, I don't know, groin or something, no one would have a problem with you getting rid of it. So I don't know, but that's just my opinion.
That was good that we did. So for the fatherhood and reproductive justice, we got the first call that was a male. That was good.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, so you guys are listening. Good job. Okay. So so back to that whole thing with the fathers. So the mainstream media likes to put down black fathers, that they don't take care of their kids, they don't pay child support, and they're all deadbeats. And that's not true, because I know a whole slew of like amazing fathers. Like my kids' fathers are amazing. I have cousins, friends, a whole lot of people in my family, my uncles. I know a whole lot of great fathers, and I had my own great father, so I mean, just because they say in the media, oh, well, you can't do it because, you're black and you're a man and, whatever, that doesn't mean you can't be a good father. You can be a good father. You can take care of your kids. You can have a relationship with your children. And I actually meant to, I know that there are a lot of issues out there with fathers and their children not being able to see their children because of the mothers or because of other reasons or anything like that. But in Illinois, it is a law that if you want to see your children, you should be able to. So you should definitely go to google.com. And there are a lot of agencies out there that will do like pro bono work for you, legal work, for you to be able to see your children if you have a problem, if there's some issues there that you can't see your children willingly or whenever you feel like it. So
we want to flash the overhead again just in case anybody out there needs to contact us for additional reach us on the web at we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, and our website is ChicagoAbortionFund.com. You can also send us an email, or you can call us 312-663-0338 if you need support and assistance. Anything you want to wrap up? Any other questions that you have? I know our time is coming to an end, and this has been a good discussion to talk about this and fatherhood and reproductive justice and birth control, all those good things.
Yeah.
So any other questions you want to sort of throw out, or anything you want to wrap up stating?
Yes, I do actually have an ending statement to all the young men out there who think that going around and impregnating women that you don't care about is like something, or something that having a baby mama is, you know, that's what's up, that's like the new thing. Don't do it. You'll regret it. And if you're not willing to make her a wife, you should not make her a mother. And that's my
and to piggyback off of that, you know, it's easy for you to lay down and have sex. I mean, human beings want to have sex, but the most empowering thing you can do is respect your body and understand your body. And so you have enough respect for yourself to know that this body is a temple, and, you know, I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to, you know, be careful with, you know, what I do with this body. And so, and educate yourself on your body and your reproductive health. So that's one of the most important things that anyone can do, and that is a part of reproductive justice.
It is.
Thank you very much for joining us this month. We will be back next month, 8 o'clock, same last Wednesday of the month. Have a good evening.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.